Andrew Morris, and this is 700 Days to Live, your passport to curiosity, big ideas, and global citizenship in a world that won't stop changing. Today we're tackling another of my personal manifestos from the website, that the crisis is just an opportunity in disguise. Ha! Easy to say, you might think, but bear with me here. Now, they say that the Chinese character for crisis contains one part that also means opportunity, but as so often, they are wrong. Nevertheless, it's a neat idea and one we can adopt, whether or not this is reflected in Chinese ideograms. Let's define our terms first. A crisis is a decisive or unstable situation that poses a threat or requires urgent decision and action. The English word crisis originates from the Greek word for decision, judgment, or turning point. It was borrowed through Latin and originally referred to the critical, and not many people may immediately associate crisis with critical, turning point in the course of a disease when the outcome would be decided for better or worse. Catharsis, on the other hand, refers to the process of releasing and thereby providing relief from strong and repressed emotions. In psychology and drama, catharsis is the purging or purification of emotions. And finally, opportunity. This comes from the Latin word opportunus, which means favorable or suitable. It originally described a situation that brought good chances, especially when conditions were just right for success. So the basic 7-stop itinerary is as follows. Number 1, a crisis begins. Something unexpected happens that shakes up life, causing worry, fear, or disruption. Number 2, allow yourself to experience and process the strong feelings that arise, such as sadness or confusion, rather than ignoring or avoiding them. 3, catharsis occurs when emotions are accepted and expressed through talking, writing, or other creative outlets. You begin to feel relief and clarity. 4, fresh perspective. After this release, you see your situation with new eyes and can recognize aspects of your life or self that are ready for change or improvement. 5, opportunity appears. This clearer mindset lets you spot fresh possibilities, maybe a new direction, relationship, skill, or solution that you wouldn't have noticed before the crisis. 6, action and growth. Use this opportunity to make positive changes, move forward, and grow as a person. 7, a new chapter begins. Now, allow me to use my personal story from this very year, and I'll use the same numbers to match the stages above. 1, I hit a crisis of, critical proportions that resulted in a breakdown between a divorce, a recurrence of depression, a financial situation at work, and beneath it all, the feeling that I wasn't doing what I was put here to do. And that's a strong belief of mine that we might explore another day. Anyway, I collapsed. That collapse, number 2, gave rise to very intense feelings of helplessness, hopelessness, and despair, leading to some very dark moments when all I could think of was escaping. And it amazes me now that I'm back in a normal state to think of how distorted my mind was, how it put me through hell every single day. 3, when I finally accepted there was no way out and checked into a mental health clinic, I got a chance to talk to experts and to pick up some handy meds along the way. 4, the release led to fresh perspectives, less a blinding flash of insight than a recovery of my normal ability to look around and see where things can be changed, which takes us back to yesterday's piece. 5, opportunity came along in the very attractive form of a Kenyan woman who had a deep religious faith and a very quiet voice. She also wanted to live in Barcelona. She's currently in France. The relationship lasted less than the life cycle of a lettuce or of British Prime Minister Liz Truss, but it led to 3 very significant actions. A, the recovery of full hearing, thanks to me deciding not to be an old codger and saying, "What's that you say?" 50 times a day. B, a return to the religious faith of my early adulthood. And C, a move here to Barcelona, alone, which has been a truly excellent decision. And as I've said many times, I'd call that not just turning a new page or even beginning a new chapter, but an entirely different book. So now think back to crises that you have had on greater or lesser levels. Can you identify the same roadmap? And if you're going through one now, does this 7-stage itinerary help? Models can make things seem neat and tidy rather than the tangled ball of wool that reality truly is. But at the same time, if they can provide at least some structure and understanding, then they're worthwhile. You know, I really enjoy sharing these experiences with you. I've been around the world a few times, both literally and metaphorically, and I'm inviting all of you to explore this together as part now of a global community. So join the journey at 700 Days to Live on social media and at 700daystoLive.com. And if you want the inside scoop, sign up to our circle group either in the bio below or the comments. And talking of comments, I'd love to hear what you have to say or if you have a similar journey to share.